Okay, this is one of the HVAC indoor air handlers. Some people call it the heater. You know, the furnace. This is an all-electric home. This is an electric um, indoor air handler. It's in the downstairs. Okay, I'm still assuming. I'm still trying to find my way around here. But it's in the closet. It's in the garage closet. And what we have here is, well, it's kind of screwed closed, but that would be the electric disconnect. But we have electric disconnect over here. Wonder why we chose to do that. That's kind of interesting. It's American Standard. Let's see, 609. We got a date on this. Sometimes they just go ahead. Oh, there it is, 2006. Sometimes you have to use this serial number, but so it's 2006. This equipment is engineered on paper to last 20 years, and it might last 30. Okay, but Las Vegas is going to give you about 14 years. So it'd be 14. It's 2022, so this is about 16, 17. So that's 17 years old. So all the Texas Real Estate Commission is concerned about, all they care about, that's a word from our sponsor, but all the Texas Real Estate Commission is concerned about is it performing the function for which it's intended, or is it in need of immediate repair? Okay, so we're going to find out. We're going to run this. We're going to let the day warm up a little bit, but here we are. It's a heat pump. Air handler used without factory heat. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. R22 only. Okay, so we're going to see the condensing units outside and see what they have to say. But R22 is no longer manufactured in the United States. It's no longer imported into the United States legally. All right. Do they have stockpiles of it? You bet. Is it expensive? It's very expensive. So this unit is 22, 23 years old. This is our 22 unit. Just about any technician that comes in here is going to, rightfully so, encourage you to upgrade your system. They just are. That's what they're going to do. And so you should be prepared to have that conversation. And you'll get a return on your investment. Your home will be a lot more comfortable. Your bills will go down. It works at a higher pressure. It's better for the environment. It's better for you to sell the house because it's already 14 years old. You can work on this all the time. And by the way, your indoor air handler should be serviced about once a year regardless. So maybe you can work that in. Somebody obviously has been servicing it. Obviously has been servicing it. I don't see a care and use manual. Okay. We got air leaks at the air filter. It's a 20 by 20 by 1, it looks like, in there. All right, we got air leaks at the air filter. This is the primary evaporator. Actually, it is the evaporator drain line. Okay. And we got an air gap right there, so that's kind of a nice thing. All right. One, that P-trap is too shallow. Supposed to have a deeper P-trap than that, and this primary drain line is supposed to be insulated. And I say primary because it's habit. That is the evaporator coil drain line, because we do not have a secondary drain line. We should have a secondary drain line, and inside of that installed, because we're not going to have a secondary drain line. So inside of that, there should be a safety switch or a float switch should be installed. So when the primary drain line gets clogged, and it will, they do, okay, then the safety switch will help prevent you from flooding your home. And so that's what that's for. So what do we learn? We learned we do not have a care and use manual. We learned that it's an older system that uses R22. We learned that our primary drain line, our evaporator coil drain line, is not deep enough and it's not insulated, and we do not have a secondary drain line or a safety Okay, we learned that we got air leaks at our air filter. We got 20 by 20. Now let's talk about the ductwork. Let's talk about the vents. This plenum underneath here, this return air plenum, we need to go find where they're drawing the air from. Okay? This return air plenum, okay, it should be lined, and it's not. This home was built in 1980 something. That shouldn't even be loose like that. See how you're leaking all the air? 20 by 20 by 1. I'll get my flashlight in there. And it's not. Okay? The plenum was not lined with a galvanized pan or a plastic pan or, an approved pan. You can see the water stains over there. There's been leaking down there. There should be a safety pan underneath here. And like this, it'd be nice if it had a safety switch on it, a float switch. It'd be nice if that was the case. But that's not required yet. It will be one day. Put that in there a little better, if you say so. Okay. And that's kind of in the venting area, and we're going to continue on up here. See this stuff? That's gray plastic sheathed air duct. And it's kinked. It's not supposed to be kinked. It's supposed to be sealed with mastic sealer. It's not. And this gray sheathed air duct was recalled back in the 80s, right after this home was built. There was a big class action lawsuit that's been settled. There's no money left. But this is an obsolete system. Why? Because it tears and it gets dry and brittle. It tears like that. So in a home like this, the design of this home, see the way it's going through the fur down ceiling and stuff, it's going to be very difficult to replace it. But it's an obsolete system, and it's going to be easier. It will be easier for you to buy this air duct installed in this house than it will be for you to sell this air duct installed in this house.